Morning, agents. Welcome to this week's explainer of the SHD network status, brought to you by the Division Dispatch. Today, we're diving straight into your tactical briefing from Maintenance Monday, August 3rd, 2026. Look, if you're trying to figure out the most efficient way to map out your farming schedule, understand exactly what events are dropping, and optimize your gear this week, you are in exactly the right place. So let's just get right into it. But hey, before we dig into the baseline diagnostics, we've got to take a quick second to celebrate a pretty massive community milestone. 269. That is exactly how many agents have officially subscribed to our network. We're building a highly effective, dedicated roster here, and I love it. So if you haven't yet, consider this an authoritative mandate from command. Hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on critical tactical intel. All right, we've got a lot of ground to cover today.
Section 1. Comms Check. Server Status Report. On this undeniably cold Monday morning, we need to establish our baseline diagnostics. The whole goal right now is to set the stage so you can plan out an absolutely interruption-free week of farming across DC and New York. Good news, our current status is completely green. We are online. The servers are totally stable across the board, whether you're deploying on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. And honestly, here's the best part. There is absolutely zero scheduled maintenance to interrupt your operations today. No emergency maintenance announced either. It is incredibly rare to get such a clean slate to start the week. Just remember, as Command always loves to remind us, the situation remains fluid. Ubisoft and Massive can always drop sudden updates, but for now, you've got total operational freedom.
Moving on to Section 2, Immediate Action Required, Expiring Events. So, while the servers are highly stable, your time is definitely running out on a few other fronts. Consider this your absolute last call. The Assault Global event and the Optimization Surge are ending directly at Tuesday's reset. That's tomorrow, August 4th. If you've been putting this off, procrastinating a bit, consider this your warning klaxon. This is literally your final window to squeeze in those last few runs, spend your escalation tokens, and grab those super valuable doubled optimization materials. Because once that daily project reset hits, they are gone for good. Get your farming sorted today while the servers are totally clear.
Section 3. New Targets. Incoming Surges.
Right when the dust settles on Tuesday's reset, we're pivoting immediately to forward deployment to outline your new operational parameters. It's basically a one-to-one changing of the guard. Rotating out tomorrow, we have the Assault Global event and the Optimization Surge. And immediately replacing them, starting right after that daily project reset, the Prototype Surge and the Ambush Global event are firing up. Now, the Ambush Global event is going to completely change your combat modifiers. It really rewards stationary cover play, while the Prototype Surge is just going to flood your inventory with extra prototype materials.
Just to make sure you don't miss a beat, let's map out your entire farming schedule. Think of this as your master operational plan for the week. Today, August 3rd, servers are online, no maintenance in your way. Finish up those old events. Tomorrow, August 4th, the reset hits, Assault ends, and both Prototype and Ambush kick off. Then, fast forward to Friday, August 7th. We get a massive bonus drop when the Tech Overdrive Surge begins. Finally, looking ahead to next Tuesday, August 11th, all of these active surges are going to conclude simultaneously. So this timeline essentially maps out exactly when you need to be online to maximize your loot per hour.
All right, Section 4, Tactical Strategy, Event Stacking. Now that we've got all the raw schedule data, let's actually synthesize it into actionable intelligence. We really want to explain exactly why the specific overlap of events matters so much for your long-term build progression. First off, let's clear the air with some fantastic news. Clear skies. There are absolutely no patch or balance changes announced for this week. And why does that matter for your strategy? Well, it means you have a total green light. You don't have to stress about your favorite weapon getting nerfed out of nowhere or a gear set being drastically reworked right in the middle of grinding for it. You can focus entirely on hardcore gear optimization with absolute confidence that your time and your material investments are perfectly safe. All of this builds into your ultimate tactical sequence. Here is the playbook. Step 1. Finish your Assault Global event and Optimization Surge today. Just clear the board. Step 2. Starting Tuesday, you're going to stack the Ambush Global event and the Prototype Surge. You'll run these simultaneously to rake in extra materials and tokens while you adapt to those ambush modifiers. Then, Step 3, and this is where it gets incredibly lucrative. Starting Friday, you layer on the Tech Overdrive Surge.
By Friday, you'll literally have Ambush, Prototype, and Tech Overdrive running back to back to back. This three-step process creates the absolute perfect storm for gathering massive amounts of resources, testing out entirely new loadouts, and pushing your gear optimization to the absolute limit. Which brings us to the most important part of today's briefing, and my final question to all of you out there. Which specific builds are you testing during this massive event overlap? I mean, with so many resources flooding in by Friday, are you perfecting a pure damage striker setup, finally maxing out a support healer build, or maybe experimenting with something completely off meta for the ambush event? Sound off in the comments below with your build plans. I absolutely love seeing how you all tackle these overlapping mechanics and share your strategies. As always, keep an eye out for any sudden title update announcements, but until then, use this tactical intel to absolutely dominate the field. From all of us at the Division Dispatch, stay sharp, agents.